No, I said if she's ready, I'll go ahead and kick it off.
Go ahead, Tina.
Okay, good, thanks. All right, so thank you everybody for taking time this evening and supporting me and this new endeavor. I really appreciate it. And I know your time is valuable, so we will keep it to a minimum. And I just wanted to let you know why I'm doing what I'm doing this evening. So as most of you know, I left corporate America last fall. And the reason I left corporate America is because I didn't want someone else dictating what I was doing and the amount of hours that I was working and limiting my income. I felt like a slave, even though I was a senior leader within the organization, working more hours than, when you do the hour versus pay continuum, the ratio is not as good. And Anne-Marie, I know you're certainly aware of that coming from corporate America. And so I just decided I would planned and decided I wanted to do something different. So I've taken the last several months as I started my own consulting business. I also determined I wanted additional streams of income. And so one of the ways I was looking into doing that was starting another type of business. And I have looked at many different businesses over the last several months. And I've spent a lot of time doing due diligence in order to determine that this is the next and best fit for me. So the reason I want to do it, besides the financial freedom and wanting multiple streams of income, is also because I want to do what I love to do most, and that is I have a passion for people, and I want to be able to help people be successful and also to get them to their next place, whether it's through this business or having the financial means to support other organizations in order to do that. So Anne-Marie is going to help today do the kickoff for me. She is our upline. She's a Grand Diamond. I know that doesn't mean much to you, but to me, it means that she's one of the top leaders in the world in the organization. She was on the team that helped launch this product in the United States, and she has a six-figure income currently from this organization. I'm sure she's moving towards the seven, I'm sure, with as much as she works, yes. And so I just want to introduce Anne-Marie and thank her as well for her time and helping me launch this evening.
Well, thank you, Tina. I appreciate it. And thank you, everybody, for allowing me to come into your car or living room or kitchen, wherever you are. Tina, thank you so much for sharing that, because I, too, want to congratulate you and everyone on this call tonight, because clearly you saw something in a very short video that piqued your interest, right? From a feature perspective, Tina, you hit it right on the nose. I could not agree with you more as far as trading time for dollars, wanting to share something that is really going to impact people, and you have found the vehicle to do that. You and I share that. I have looked forever to find the vehicle as well. And as I shared just a little bit about myself, I'll share this and then I'll go ahead and mute everybody respectfully. In fact, I think I might do that now. But what I want to do is I'd let you guys know that I will mute everybody, and then at the end I will go ahead and open it up for questions and elaborate on anything that we may need to. But I'm going to go through a few slides here. I'm going to hit some very, very quickly, and I'm going to spend a little time on a couple of them that are extremely relevant. But to your point, I too come from corporate America. My husband and I have been in technology for about 30 years, and we were always looking for something else, right? Something to bring that additional stream of income, maybe take our technology to a whole new level. And unfortunately, how we stumbled across the opportunities to create additional streams of income was we found ourselves, we were working for the same company, and we had a sales vice president at the time misforecast commissions, which I didn't really know that was a thing, but it is. And so we were two account executives across the board, hundreds of us, that didn't get paid out thousands of dollars in commissions. And so for us, you know, having 4 girls, saving for college is not a plan B. We did not have other streams at the time coming in, and this is about 16 years ago. And so one of our very dear friends had approached us and just really made us think about, well, if you're looking to create a change in your financial circumstance, what is there that you can do? What's out there? Do you guys know how to flip houses? I don't know how to flip a house. I'm very, very conservative. I don't play the stock market, so I kind of cut ourselves off at the knees there. We already worked 65 hours a week, so we couldn't go get another job. And then our positions that we held, we weren't able to make overtime. So if you really start looking at all these other ways to try and create, it didn't work for us. And the only other way for us was to open our mind and our eyes to the possibilities of something like network marketing. And so as we got to understand the industry, we realized it's one of the most lucrative, one of the largest industries in the world, and people just aren't really aware of it. And so he introduced an opportunity to us. It was ground floor, it was at the beginning, and we just decided to wait and watch. We were like, well, let's see what this industry's about. Let's see how he does. And we waited several months, and he was doing quite well, so we decided to jump on. We had some success, but it was a little bittersweet because he was making a few more zeros on his check than we were, and we realized we had missed the boat. And so for us, we vowed to each other, if we ever found that one unique thing that set us aside from everything else, because let's just be real, for those of us that have experienced network marketing or know some friends that are in it, we know that there's a lot of companies out there. There's thousands of network marketing companies. There's a lot of good ones. Huge, huge supporter of it. However, there's a lot of a lot. And so I said, if I don't have to shake it, smear it, or swallow it, meaning skincare or protein shakes, because there's so many out there, I was listening. And when they said technology, they had us at technology. So speaking of the Microsoft moment, I'm going to go ahead and jump on into this. The secret to success of being successful is getting there first in the world, and that's exactly what our CEO, Fabio Galdi, wanted to do. As you can see, his technical background goes very deep. However, oops, hold on, we can't see my screen. Can't see my screen. You guys probably want to know what I'm showing you. Let's take a look at Fabio now. Now we can see my screen. Yes, give me a thumbs up. Okay, now you guys see Fabio Galdi, right? Okay. Now I'm actually going to do something real quick. You see Bill? Thumbs up. And so you can see me clicking through. Okay, now you can see his in-depth background of his technology. And I like to share the vision because when Hilo was being launched, we got flown to headquarters to meet with Fabio Galdi. He flew us out there along with some other leaders now in the company, and he wanted to share what his strategy was. He saw his dad deteriorate in front of him. His dad had cancer and diabetes, beat cancer, passed away from diabetes, saw the toes, the feet, the legs, everything just, it was traumatizing for him. And so he wanted to take his technology and create a better way for individuals, not only from a feature perspective, but from an opportunity perspective. And as we finish, as we talk the next few minutes, you will see how this all pieces together. So a little bit about the background of our company. Look at what we've been able to accomplish in just 12 short months. Having a AAA rating in network marketing is the best you can have. Having the #1 product is also kind of important. I think it's really key to be able to, share with the world that we had the #1 product in direct sales in 2017. We are a public company, so you're able to go out and check out our ticker and take a look at that there and enjoy the benefits, reap the benefits of our stock. Being able to go into 195 countries, to me that was important. I don't necessarily know a whole lot of people across the water, but I know my brothers, my sister-in-laws and friends who know people as well. And as you start to really utilize your networks, you will see just how many people that you can impact internationally. Now this was really important to us. We had no idea how big the wearable industry actually is. It is one of the fastest growing industries, and as you can see, just in 2016, there were over 120 million devices sold. And you've got entities like Forbes, Wall Street Journal, Time Magazine, all of these people that are predicting the wearable industry to grow by 300%. And for me, from a business perspective, if I can be in the middle of a wave, in the middle of a trend, that's a good thing. What's even better is if I can be ahead of that, that's even better. And that's exactly where we are right now with World. This gentleman right here, Antonio DeRosa, he is our Chief Design Officer leading the pack and the technical team with our devices. He was one of the concept designers behind the smartphones and the Apple Watch. And he realized that after that Apple Watch came out, he knew where the wearable industry was going and where the big dogs like Apple were not willing to go at the time. And so he came over to World and he had some ideas. And as you can see in the video, he basically redefines innovation and advanced technology, in my opinion. Now, these are some of the features that you saw in the video, right? Some of them are what other devices out in the industry do today, but really hone in on what is setting us aside from everything else. And I'll be focusing on those features here. This is one of them. Being able to monitor myself, that's huge. Being able to monitor my loved ones, even bigger. My mom monitors us from California. If she goes to Costa Rica, I can monitor her there as well. Little testimonial here. My mother-in-law and myself, my mom, we were getting all these abnormal readings on our app. They were coming from my husband's Helo. We were getting abnormal readings for sleep, high blood pressure, all kinds of crazy things. It was so high to the tune of 165/114. We thought something was wrong with this Helo device. Well, fast forward, he did an EKG right off of his Helo, and that came back abnormal, and that's when we're like, uh-oh, we better stop ignoring this. We better pay attention, get to the doctor. Went to the doctor, blood pressure, read the same, EKG, read the same, it was abnormal. Fast forward, now we're at the cardiologist, he has AFib. We had no idea. It wasn't as if he was experiencing all of these, side effects or anything like that, but his device was picking up on it. In fact, he put 2 and 2 together when he was at the gym. He said that he thought something was wrong with his device because his readings were going all over the place. Well, it was picking up his AFib. This was before we knew it. Kind of crazy, right? So go to the cardiologist. We find ourselves in a procedure. They had to go down to his esophagus. They had to paddle his heart, put him back into regular rhythm. He's on the right medications now for his blood pressure. He does have sleep apnea, which, that fun machine, and we're getting all that squared away. But my point is we were able to be proactive. It warned us. And can you only imagine how many people that or you would love to be able to monitor, maybe elderly parents, maybe younger. So again, this is a feature that is just near and dear to our heart. Panic button, you find yourself in an unfortunate situation, you push that panic button, a text, an email, and a GPS location alerts everybody that is tied to your device. Fashion, we're a fashionista. I love the fact that we have fashionable bands that match just about everything that we wear. Credibility. This is something that is important to me, again, as a business person. We have been featured all over Fox News. As you can see right there, even the Today Show, that is Carson Daly taking his EKG right there live on the Today Show. And then something that is very prestigious, the CES. This is the Consumer Electronics Show. It is the largest electronics show in the world. It's held every year in Las Vegas in January. And last year we were featured via Toshiba. Toshiba is our partner. We use their processor in our device, and they really were the first ones that took our LX out to the world, which was incredible last year. Well, this year we made history. In the history of CES, there has never been a network marketing company ever, and that was our booth. Very, very spectacular. So that was huge for us, and this is where we announced one of our major features that we're going to get to in a second. So just some numbers for those of you that are numbers people. We are number 4 right now in the wearable industry, and we're making our way up. No doubt in my mind that we will take on one of those top 2 positions very soon. Again, credibility. I don't know if anybody has paid attention to the news or any type of a social media, but the harmful effects of electronic smog is taking over the news. You see it everywhere. It is impacting your insides, it's impacting DNA, it's causing cancers. It is a really big deal. Well, for us, again, part of our strategy, part of our vision is to be able to create a quality of life for people. And we have done that with a small quarter-size adhesive sticker with technology on it called BioZen. All right, this is incredible because it is now a Class 1 medical device. So When I say small quarter-size adhesive, there it is, right there on the back of my phone by my battery. It literally is a sticker with the technology on it, and that is able, all of these devil rays, as I call them, that are coming at us from a cell phone. Those of you out there, how many of you guys have a cell phone? Let me see your hand. How many of you guys have a laptop? Don't lie, we're looking at each other right now, right? We all have a laptop in front of us, an iPad, maybe a printer, maybe a router, we've got Wi-Fi. How many of us still use the microwave? Guilty. Again, all of this is just flooding us in. Those of us that still have little ones and babies, those monitors, look out. Bad, 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 bad. They all need a sticker on it because this sticker is literally pushing out and reconverting all of those rays coming in. It's reconfiguring them so that it protects us. It's like putting a bubble around us. It's incredible. And we've got some really good videos that we can send you that actually show what this is doing. Here's one of our features that we just announced at the CES. We have the device that is able to monitor your sugar trends without pricking your finger. So for those of us on this line right now, I know we all know somebody who's diabetic. We know people that are pre-diabetic. We know people who don't even know they're pre-diabetic, and that is a statistic. So I know for our 10-year-old, not having to go prick her finger and check to see where her sugar is, it's gonna be a big deal. So this is something, again, being able to impact people's lives. We are the only ones that have an Oracle, a life-sensing Oracle device with this able to come out to the world. So we're pretty excited about this. Again, being in a trend of a fastest growing industry, one of the fastest growing industries, and being ahead of the curve, again, it's at the right place at the right time. This is just Fabio at the CES. They have a gentleman monitoring his sugar trend, and they put it up there on the screen. This is something that I think we all can relate to. It's called an open API. What does that mean? Well, I'm going to use an analogy. When all of the smartphones came out, they were decent, right? They weren't great. Obviously, innovation makes things greater. But what really set Apple aside during the very beginning, the infancy stages of the smartphones, was when they created the App Store. When they came out with that App Store, they dominated the smartphone industry. Well, guess what we did? We created an open API. We created our own app store. What does that mean? That means that developers are out there able to develop applications and bring it to the world via a device such as Hilo. So you've got that alcohol monitoring, the blood sugar, right? Fitness, mosquito, several others. And that tells me that we're able to really customize our device to ourselves. So Stro, my husband, and my 10-year-old may want the blood sugar trend, where me and my other daughters might want something else. But again, being able to have it customized to yourself, again, you're just being able to be more proactive with your health. So now that we touched on the product, let's talk about, well, what is the other main feature of our product? Well, it's the opportunity. It is the opportunity to impact people's lives from a financial perspective. And so I'm going to throw up, always leading with the income disclosure. With hard work and dedication, go to worldgn.com and you can look at the full income disclosure. I want to just highlight a couple people here. Nat and Shanita Paranaputra, personal friends. We've got to know them. We've gotten personal training from them. There are several people within our company that are in the top 10, top 50, top 100 of all of network marketing. It's not to boast, it's not to flash all the numbers out there and what their income is. What it really is telling us is they have the same product. They have the same countries to go into. They have the same 24 hours in the day. All they did is got more eyes on the information. And that's really what this is. We are sharing a simple video that shows the features of our opportunity, and then we're just collecting decisions. And so here is how a simple way that you can maximize off of our opportunity. The first way is very simple, and I think it's really exciting because this sets us aside from other companies. Whether you're a consumer, meaning you just see the value in the features of the device, or you decide you want to become a team member, meaning you see the value of the features of the device as well as the value in additional streams of income, either way, the company is going to give you a 10% commissions off of the product sales. And that product sales means that somebody goes to your free website, purchases it, It drop ships to them. You don't have to carry inventory or mail anything out. You just point and direct them to your free website. The second one is a team sales. You can earn up to 20% in your team sales. Check matching, all that means is that you are benefiting off of others' efforts. I think that's a big thing. I'm a big fan of that. Team developer pool, I will show you what a team developer is here in a minute. 1% of a loyalty, that just means that when we go over this loyalty program, they're gonna thank us and they're going to give us back for being a loyal member, and that comes in the forms of commissions. And then there's lifestyle trips, car bonuses, stock. I know for my husband and I, we earned an all expenses paid trip to Dubai our first 2 weeks. Never thought of going to Dubai, but it was on our bucket list and off our bucket list as fast as we could snap our fingers. So pretty exciting there. I'm gonna go ahead and switch screens here. I'm gonna stop sharing for a second. And I'm gonna come over and put a new slide up because we got some new packages just these past couple weeks. And it's exciting because it really gives people the opportunity to come in where they fit in, is how I like to say it. So I'm gonna remember to share my screen here, so I'm not just yip-yapping. Okay, can you see personal packs? Give me a thumbs up if you can see where it says personal packs. Awesome, okay. So as you can see, the first three options for you are called personal packs. There's that BioZen that everybody wants. This is for the consumer. This is for somebody who sits there and says, I just do not see the value in creating another form of income, but I do see the value in the features of the device. So we have some personal bundles that you can choose from. Comes with the device, comes with those fashionable bands I was talking about, and it comes with a box of germanium. Everybody should go Google germanium because it is incredible for your body, circulation and other features, okay? But if you sit there and you tell yourself, you know what? I really can see the value in another form of income if it didn't interfere with what I'm doing, how you can impact yourself or others, then we have what's called builder packs. Now these builder packs are giving you the option for devices, okay? There's that BioZen pack again. So many people are wanting it, so we give everybody the opportunity to get a big bulk. But there's a builder pack, comes with 4 devices, again, bracelets, germanium, and everything. The next is the builder pack. That's gonna come with the LX and the LX Plus. The next pack is your LX Plus. It comes with 4 LX Plus. What is the difference between the LX and the LX Plus? The only difference is that the LX Plus is a newer version. So you know how we went from the iPhone 6 to the iPhone 6 Plus. Newer version, a little faster, monitors you a little deeper. That's all there is, okay? So that is the difference between all of these. Now, we also have what's called a professional pack, which I personally love. Why do I love it? Well, because I like to think in terms of return on investment. I'm going to get 4 devices anyways. Put one on myself, put one on my spouse, maybe put one on one of my kids. If I have a team member join my team, I'm going to put a device on their wrist immediately when they start, and then when theirs ships in, they're going to give me one back, just because society, we're all about instant gratification, right? Okay, well, take a look at how many BioZens you get in this pack. You get 72. And you're probably going, what am I going to do with 72 BioZen, Anna Marie? I assure you, when you talk to people, you're going to realize what we all realized on this call. When I asked how many people had a cell phone, everybody raised their hand. When I asked how many people had a laptop or a computer or an iPad, everybody raised their hand. When I asked how many people have Wi-Fi, you probably have a router or a microwave or a printer, right? Even just here on my desk alone, one person, can use 3 BioZen at a minimum. So you're able to sell those BioZens to people that may not want anything to do with creating forms of income or maybe not the device at all. Everybody should have BioZens. So when you sell those, they're worth $50. Do the math. You sell those BioZens, you now have made your money back, $3,500. And oh, by the way, you have 4 devices. 4 devices there that are already worth over $400 each for free. So again, taking and just doing the math and looking at the benefits of the packages, very, very incredible. So now I'm going to come back and I'm going to switch screens again. Anya, share my screen. Technology, 1 second. Okay. Okay. You guys, do you still see the professional pack right now? Okay, let me close that out. I want to get back to my original. Here we go. There. Okay. So now you should see step 2, become a team builder. Do you guys see that? Okay. So step 2, you've picked your pack. That's step 1. Now you become a team builder. Well, what does that mean? You just share the video just like you were shared, and you identify 2 individuals who want to create another form of income as well, right? Those 2 top positions, those are beachfront property. Everything that happens in your organization, those 2 benefit from. In fact, the top few benefit from that. What do you do next? Step 3 is you become a team developer. You're going to develop your team. You're going to help, and we're going to help those 2 individuals plug into our system, just like we're going to do with you, and we're going to identify their 2, and so on and so forth. And what that does is that opens up your commission structure. Here's the check matching I was talking about. Again, it gives a visual of you bringing in individuals. You may not know the individuals that your individuals are bringing in, but you definitely appreciate them because you're getting paid off of them. Now, this is that loyalty program I was talking about. We don't have an auto ship. We don't have something showing up at our doorstep. We don't have anything collecting in our garage or underneath our cabinets, but we do have a loyalty membership for $59 a month, which you can get paid for. And I know it's only $59, but if I can get something paid for, if I can get something for free, I want to get it for free. So the first thing we do is when you pick that bundle, those come with multiple devices, right? Well, those devices are covered under this $59 because there's vouchers that are associated to those devices. And what those vouchers do is they enable those devices to have the maximum features of the device. So those plugins we were talking about, being able to have those applications, all of that is within those vouchers. Then you have your protection plan on top of your warranty, your basic warranty. If your dog chews your band or you decide to dive into a pool, it's water resistant, it's not waterproof. The company will replace your band, your device up to 2 times in a year. We have loyalty points, so every time you make your $59 payment each month, you're earning loyalty points dollar for dollar. What can you do with that? We have a loyalty store. You're able to purchase more BioZen devices, bands, anything of that nature. We also, there's that 1% that I was talking about. You're earning commissions off of this $59 as well. Company's going to sit there and look at your total sales for the week and say, okay, you made $100,000 in sales volume. We're going to add 1% of that. So they're going to add 1% and they're going to put it away in a out of sight, out of mind piggy bank, if you will. And they're going to do that every week. And at the end of 12 months, they're going to say, thank you for being a loyal customer. Merry Christmas. It's very, very nice. Trust me. When your individuals in your organization are paying their $59 a month, you're going to get volume that's going to go towards your total sales for the week. You're getting paid on that. That's that 20% that you're getting off of that sales volume. So again, incredible benefits for $59, incredible benefits when you get that for free. Well, how do you get that for free? When you bring 10 people onto your organization, that's paid for. So here's how we truly end this. All you do is get enrolled. You pick your pack. We plug you into a very scalable, duplicatable system, and we show you how to send a video out. If you know how to text or you receive the video in a text, that's all you have to do. And then after somebody has seen the information, you either get on a call or you get on a Zoom like we're doing now, a webinar. You have, those are for the ones that want more information on it, and then you just collect a decision. You really know at this point if you see yourself being a consumer and benefiting from the features of the device, or if you see yourself benefiting from the features of the device and getting paid on it. It really is that simple. And so I share this screen with you to wrap up this one and one more, because here is the exciting part. We asked Tina to go out because she is launching. This is her first launch. She's launching her team. She has positions at the top of her organization. And we said, go out and find, make your list of 200 people, but go out and find your top 20. Hopefully you'll get your 10 on here. Give them the opportunity, your closest people that you value, friendship, mentors, business, all across the board. Give them the opportunity to have to decide first if this is something that they want to take advantage of. And so as you can see, if you decide now, because she's having calls, because she'll have multiple launch calls, then you are able to be at that top and benefiting from everybody that's coming on. If you decide to wait, like Stro and I did 16 years ago, you may see that Microsoft moment go by. So I want to genuinely share a sense of urgency, not a in your face, but just being transparent of what we are doing, because when everybody comes on, we help them identify their first two within 24 to 48 hours. So that's why, hence, we're having her launch call. And so with that, I will just go ahead and unmute everybody. I like to share some of these features so that people can read them, because in my opinion, having 4 girls, working full time, my husband working full time, we didn't have a lot of time, right? We have to create this much time, and I didn't have the time to go purchase a franchise like at a Subway or a McDonald's or put major investments in anything else. I wanted something simple. This is a pop-up business. I get a free website. I don't have to carry inventory. It ships for me. All I have to do is share a video. So this really isn't even a home-based business for us. It's a phone-based business, because I don't have to have people come to my house to see anything. I don't have to give samples out to anybody to try anything. And for a while, I just send a video from my phone, whether I'm in the passenger seat, never text and drive, whether I'm at dance, whether I'm at soccer, or wherever I am. I could be at the grocery store and, oh, somebody gave me a text. Hey, what are you doing, Anna Marie? Well, thanks for asking. Check this out. Boom. It's a phone-based business. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and unmute everybody here, and I'm going to stop sharing my screen so I can see everybody's fabulous faces. There we are. And I'm looking at you here.
Well, I don't know. They're talking about we might have possibly a.
I'm going to go ahead and mute people out here. If you have a question, go ahead and unmute. I was going to say that I'm looking this way at you guys because I have multiple screens, and you guys happen to be on this one. So if I'm looking up, it's because you guys are over there. So if you have a question, because everybody is unmuted, you have the ability to go ahead and unmute yourself and ask your question. I was that good? I was that clear on everything? Y'all are great.
I know. Madeline, I thought you had a few questions for Anna Marie this evening.
Shall I unmute her? Okay, I just unmuted you, Madeline.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. One of my questions was, from a customer's point of view, if they buy one to monitor their glucose, is there a loyalty fee for them?
The 59, okay, so they can get on the loyalty membership. There is going to be a software package that comes with that Extense. That's what that little adapter was for, and it's going to be a one-time fee. So we will have that information. We're supposed to get it here in about a week or two, and when we get that information, we will make sure that we get that out to everybody.
Okay.
Anybody else have any questions or anything I can elaborate on? Okay, let me ask this. Out of the individuals that are on tonight, has anybody ever had experience with network marketing but haven't had the success that they've wanted to have. Okay, is this a new opportunity? Is network marketing new to individuals on the call? Raise your hand. Okay, so I saw Mary's hand go up. Mary, I'm gonna unmute you here. Hi, Brianna. Yeah, Brianna too. Mary, how you doing?
How well, and yourself?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm curious as to what you have done in the past. If it wasn't network marketing, have you ever created other forms of income, or is this your first time interested in creating an additional stream of income for yourself?
This is my first time. I've been in the medical insurance industry for a very long time on the agency side. So that's my extent of marketing, is just pulling together proposals for clients for group medical disability type of insurance coverages.
Okay. All right. Very good. And so you knowing how to promote and market, the idea of it being done for you, how does that sound? Does that interest you? Does that excite you? You don't have to put your brains behind that other than share a video?
I think that's yes, that is definitely a good thing, because we have a partner who's doing all the work for me, and like you said earlier, is just sending out the videos and then taking phone calls, that kind of thing.
Yep. Awesome. Okay. And do you see yourself benefiting from something like this, from an opportunity like this? Does it seem simple to you?
Yeah, it doesn't seem complex. It's pretty straightforward through your presentation. I don't think it's complicated at all.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I like to ask, because I know for my husband and I, we wanted something simple. We wanted to make sure that even though we have a technology background, that doesn't mean that I know how to take this thing apart and how it works and everything. I don't need to know that. You know, that's what my video shows, what my features are. What we wanted was to be able to share this and truly have people, no matter what your background is, be able to do this. So whether you come from accounting, or you come from, the health industry, or you're a personal trainer or whatever, it's for anybody, and it's for all ages. My 75-year-old mother knows how to text a video and show somebody, and that's important because they too, want an opportunity as well. I mean, my mother is already technically challenged, but she can send a video, so that's good. Yay, Mom. Thank you, Mary. Appreciate you sharing. Anybody else?
I've got a question.
Yeah, Cynthia, hi.
Hi. So if you're selling one of these Helo devices, what does it cost the consumer? I see all your prices for packages, but do you then, as a seller, do you buy the package and then sell them individually off the top, or how does any of that work?
So the slides that I was showing up, those first personal bundles, those were the prices for the device. And no, we don't carry a bag of Helos around. You don't carry the inventory. They just go straight to your site, purchase a single device, and it ships to them. That's the beauty of this.
So they buy that single device that gets shipped to them, and then there's a monthly service fee along with that, or is there a fee to start it up when you first get it, or?
Yeah, so what there is there is a it's called a pro plan. So you get 30 days of all of the features for free. All right, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to go back to the prices so you guys can see it. One sec. Pull that up. There it is. Okay. Can you see the personal pack? Can you see that screen? Okay. So those are for the consumer, right? And so for the first 30 days, you get all of the features for free. After 30 days, the company is going to flag them and say, you must upgrade. So it's either a $12.99 Pro, so $12.99 Pro plan, and that's going to give you the extensive features and the enablement to have the application and the blood sugar training, all the plugins is what we call them, or or they can go on to that loyalty and really take advantage of all of the benefits, especially if they ever decide to refer somebody. Let's say a consumer says, goes to a high school reunion or a college reunion, and people see this and they're like, wow, I could benefit from that. A consumer gets a free site as well. And so they can just point somebody to that free site, and that somebody can get their personal pack off of there, and the consumer will get a 10% kickback as well. So even the consumer gets commissions if they so choose. Does that make sense?
What is the SV 120 and FS $35?
So the SV is called sales volume. So as you can see, the retail price on these, $490, $349, $549, that's the retail price. The SV is sales volume. So when someone purchases a LX bundle for $349, I'm going to get $120 sales volume that goes towards my volume for the week. And that all adds up, and that's what I'm earning 20% on. That FS is called a fast start. So if I have a consumer that purchases a device off of my site for $349, I'm going to make a one-time fast start bonus of 10%. So 10%, they round it up, it's $35. Let me show you, I'm going to show you guys how my husband and I made our money back day one. Take a look at that. The first is BioZen. The second one is called a builder pack. Y'all see that? You see that, Cynthia? It's for $13.49. When we launched in the US, that was the largest pack at the time. So in my mind, I wanted to make my money back. Well, as you can see, there's several ways that you get paid, but the easiest way in our mind was to bring on 10 individuals, because when you're building a team, which we get into that once you decide you want to create a business, when you're building your team, you want to bring 5 in on your left, 5 in on your right. That's besides the point. The number is 10. Because when you bring in 10, that $59 is paid for, that's free. And when I brought in 10, everybody came in at that builder pack for $13.49. Well, 10% of that is $135. So $135 10 times was my investment. So I made my money back in one day, and I got my loyalty, $59 paid for in one day. Does that make sense? See how yes. That fast start, that FS is $135. That is 10% of that pack. It's a one-time bonus, one of the ways you get paid. So they just round it up. It's $13.49. That FS is called Fast Start, stands for Fast Start. So I made $135 off of each person who signed up at a $13.49 pack. You follow me?
Got that part. What is the SV again?
SV is called sales volume. So I get $500 of sales volume of that retail price. And that's what I'm making that 20% off of each week. It's a weekly pay cycle. And so sales volume is what you're getting paid off of. You're not getting paid off of the retail price 20%. You're getting paid off of sales volume. If somebody wants to go purchase the device off of my site and just be a consumer, I get sales volume off of that as well. So again, it's just the multiple ways you get paid is off of the sales volume. Okay. There's that personal pack. You see that $33.49 for a personal pack?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, see the SV, I get $120 that goes towards my total sales volume for the week. And I'm getting paid different ways on sales volume. The only way you get paid off of the retail is that fast start, that 10% off the retail price. One of the ways.
So you get paid both ways?
Yep. That's supposed to make you smile.
So for like say that $349 personal bundle, you get paid $35 right away, and then at the end of each week you get 20% of 120?
Well, yeah, and you might have multiple personal bundles.
Well, yeah, I understand it. But
Yeah.
just for this example.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. Did that answer your question?
I think so.
Okay, good. Do you have any other ones while I have the slides up with the packs?
What's the germanium kit?
Germanium are those stones that go into your device. They go into your band, and they help with circulation. They have all kinds of benefits to your body. I would suggest Googling germanium. It's very good. Chiropractors love it. Doctors love germanium. I know Fabio, our CEO, he is diabetic. He has about, I think he has 8 germanium little stones in his device because it helps with the circulation issues that he has with his diabetes. Very good for your body. There you guys are. Awesome. Good questions.
Anna Marie, the number, the 502 number, if you could unmute him, he has a question for you.
Absolutely. Let me unmute 502. 502. Hello. Do you have a name, 502?
Yes, my name is Mitchell Currington. How are
Hi,
you
Mitchell.
all?
Hi.
Great. I was asking how many different ways can you earn the money that is best profitable?
Okay, if I heard you right, how many ways can you earn money that's the most profitable?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So there's a few ways that you get paid. In my opinion, what's most profitable is the power of duplication. All right, because I can look at myself and say, okay, my background, I'm in sales. I'm going to go out there and I'm just going to share the heck out of this video and I'm going to do it all myself. Well, I can do that, but I would rather have 10 individuals putting in the same type of effort and multiplying by 10 each week. So the binary, building your 2 teams, and when I say building your teams, all that is sharing a video and people deciding they want to create income and they fall into 2 different lines that you're getting paid several ways on. But that really is, to me, the most profitable way to earn income. You have several ways that you're getting paid, which I appreciate from this comp plan, but that really is the power of duplication and have others benefiting off of other people's efforts along with yourself is truly where you start earning the income, because what that means is you have personally sponsored people, meaning that they are signing on your site and you are earning those check matches, right? I showed a slide about check matching. You're earning 20%. All of these different ways are getting paid off of the duplication that's happening in your organization. So my personal opinion in an opportunity like this is to take advantage of building a team as fast or slow as you want to go, but utilizing and taking full advantage of our duplicatable system, which is showing a video, following up either on the phone or something like this, and collecting a decision. That is it. There is no method to the madness outside of our simple system. And one of the questions that I get asked a lot is, how many people do I need to talk to find my 10 people? Well, Christy might talk to 10 people and 10 people may come on, depending on what her network is. I might have to talk to 40 people and show 40 people that video. Does that make sense? It really depends how many eyes you get on the information and your network. Never judge your network. You never know who your colleagues, who your family, who your friends, you never know who is wanting, who is looking, who is needing, or who's open to the possibilities. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Good question. Thank you for asking.
I have another question for you.
Sure, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
In retrospect to going to the doctor, because we do not want to go to the doctor, so the device is very helpful in that area. On a personal note, I have a heart condition, and Tina is possibly bringing me in tonight because I definitely need the device. The question I have for you, how accurate is the device versus the doctor's machine? I heard you giving a testimony, versus the doctor's machines that they will use that device?
That's a great question. And this is part of the testimony that I did not share. When we went into the doctor, when they actually did the electronic one was a little off, and my husband recalibrated his device to the electronic one, which was off. He, when we went to the other doctor, they did it with the cuff manual, and that was spot on. So again, you know, you really, and any doctor will tell you, oh, the cuff is better, right? You got to do it manual if you want to be spot on about it. It was accurate, and his EKG was accurate, and the cardiologist said, I think we said it was off by like a point or a few points or something like that. He goes, hey, our machines are off by 20, 25 points, and if you're off by that much, that's still good. And that came from the cardiologist. So we were like, oh, awesome. Yeah.
I have another question for you, but I would like for if anyone else has something else to ask, go ahead before me, but I still have another question now.
No, go ahead. You've got the mic. You're on.
Okay. As far as people in the United States, you figure your truck drivers, I am a truck driver personally. Right now, the government is requiring most people who drives a commercial vehicle and or they're testing on planes also to have those people tested. Will this device meet high enough for Congress to be able to use it as adequate information so you do not have to go to the doctor and have physical checkup? Will they be able to run the EKGs off of the device and turn it into the government as evidence A, or to say, hey, this is good enough, you don't have to take a doctor's word for it?
Got it. That's a great question. I do not have the answer to that. I don't know. I think that is something that maybe the truck drivers would have to say, hey, this is the type of device that I wear. Is it accepted?
Okay.
Same with insurance. People ask the question, is this covered in insurance? Again, you have to ask, you would have to ask your insurance, inform them of the type of device that you're wearing, and see if it's approved via them.
Is it tax deductible?
I'm sorry, is it what?
Is the device tax deductible?
Your business is, so the device is, yes.
Okay.
And there's a lot of deductions for those who have never had a home-based business. Any reputable accountant would tell you to have a home-based business based on the deductions alone. Several hundred of them. True fact. Good questions.
Awesome questions.
Yeah. Do you have any more, Mitchell?
One more.
Sure.
If I pass away and the monies that I have generated, is it willable down to your next of kin?
Yes, it is. It is a willable business.
Okay.
But we're gonna pray that that doesn't happen anytime soon.
Well,
Yeah, we want you around, Mitch. Come on now.
That is a good question.
well, hey, you got to think ahead. People don't like to speak about death, but the device is to prevent death. So if everything is going good within the device, I shouldn't have to really worry about it. But you always take an out or a second step
That
to
device,
monitor the things that you're doing.
the device is definitely to be proactive and just thinking along the lines of setting yourself up, setting your family up with this income, right, is thinking ahead. It's thinking of now, it's thinking in the future. Absolutely. Too many people, the statistics, I'm going to pull this up and I think I'm going to put a slide in this for my next launch. The statistics are just incredible when you hear all the people that have worked, you know, 40, 50 years, they go into retirement, they're living off Social Security, and the statistics of those that actually have to go back for work because there's not that nest egg, there's not that plan B that people should be planning for. And so again, all the more reason why something like this is key. It's just really a matter of, you know, what do you want? What do you want from a nest egg, and how do you want to get it? And are you willing to put the effort in to doing it? You know, this is something that I don't call anything easy. I really don't, because I think you have to put effort into anything that you do, whether it's this or some other opportunity. You still have to put the effort and the time. One just has to ask themselves, why am I doing this? What do I want from it? And how much time am I willing to put into it? And you really have to identify with what your why is, because if that why sucker punches you in the gut, like, hey, when I die, I want to will this off, how important is that to you? If that's going to drive you every single day to share this opportunity with somebody, or you just in your heart, you have a servant heart and you want to impact people's lives, and that is strong enough for you, you've got to find something that's going to drive you to accomplish whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. So if it's this, then you've got to really identify with what that why is. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. Very cool. All right. You still have the mic. You're clear.
Tina knows me very well, and I'm glad to have met her in my journey. But since I have been around Tina, a lot of positive things have happened to me. So she is a very good role model for myself. I recently lost a friend of diabetes. I also had an open heart surgery. I'm also a truck driver. I also work 80 plus hours a week. So to find something like this, I used to think of something like this, but it wasn't invented yet, or I hadn't found it yet. And she spoke with me a couple of weeks ago, and she asked me to listen to this video. And a lot of people asked me, hey, is it one of those pyramid things? I said, no, I want you to just listen to the video. So I did. And listening to this video, or listening to you speak tonight, this has been one of the most positive things that I have come across in several years. I can't say enough about the program or what you have, but it is definitely something positive for me. I don't know about the rest of the people that are in the meeting right now, but to hear something like that and you miss your family every single day, this can definitely be an escape to have the rest of my days with my family.
Well, I appreciate you sharing that, because what this type of opportunity is really about is people's story. Trading time for dollars, it's not worth it. It's not, in my opinion. It gets old. You want to spend time with your family. You know, for me, I shared this with a couple other launch calls that I did 6 years ago. I was working for corporate America in a company that I worked for 13 years. And I had all the vacation and sick time in the world because I was one of those employees that never took a vacation. Rarely took a vacation. I shouldn't say never. And my father had he had his first quadruple bypass when he was 42 years old. And 6 years ago, he was going in for rotator cuff surgery. And as they're doing his pre-op, they realized you need a triple bypass. So forget the rotator, he went into triple bypass surgery. So we flew out to California to be with him, and he came out of the surgery great, but then he caught pneumonia. And without going into major details of the story, he was up and down, up and down, up and down. And that was just within like a 4-day period. And I remember when my boss sent me out to go be with my dad, he was like, go, Anna Marie. I've worked with this boss forever. And I was like, oh, thank God. Thank God I have a boss that just sees my vacation, sees my sick time, and just, I don't have to worry about it. Well, I wasn't 3 days into utilizing my time off that I deserved, that I was getting those uncomfortable phone calls from my boss saying, hey, I know you're spending time just in a waiting room, which was so disrespectful, but we won't talk about that right now. Do you mind getting on a conference call? And I'm like, yeah, I mind. I am taking time off. This is my time that I deserved. And then the next day it was like, so when do you think you're going to be back? You know, I covered one of our largest strategic accounts. I was getting pressure, and it was not even day 5 where I told my husband, I'm like, I'm fearing my job, and I'm like, I think we have to go back. And he's like, yeah, because let's go back for a couple weeks. It was going to be Thanksgiving, or it wasn't even a week or whatever. And he's like, let's just go back, let's touch back in, and then we'll come back out. Dad's gonna do better, and we'll move him back in with mom. And so I remember going to my dad and saying, I have to go back. I have to go back to Texas. I have to go back to work, but we're going to come right back, and we're going to move you back in. You're going to be better, and we're going to help, and we're going to stay for a while. And that was the last time I saw my dad. And so, I literally left my dad in ICU to go back for a job. And what's even worse is not a couple weeks later, we got a new CEO for this company I was with for 13 years. And he came in and he annihilated my whole organization. So I was one of 1,300 that got riffed. So I lost my dad and I lost my job within this very short time frame. And I said, I would never put myself in a situation like that again, where I feel like I have to be strapped to somebody else's business, to somebody else's dream, somebody else that I'm putting money in their pockets. And you know, my daddy always told me, don't live life by regrets, but I regret that one. And I will never put myself in that situation again. So I completely understand what you are talking about. And again, I share my story because that's what I share with people of, I want to be present with my kids. I want to be at a soccer game and not be on a conference call. I want to watch the game, and that's what my kids want from me. And so, yeah, being able to have that, this is just one of those type of opportunities that can allow me to have that with my family. So it's your story. It really is. People care about what you want out of something. And then this opportunity is second. Then it's, hey, let me share this with you. It may or may not be for you. This type of opportunity you can't take personal, because you know what? There's a lot of people that want to make money, and there's a lot of people that want to create a plan B, but those same people want to clap the ruby slippers and expect it to happen right now. Or they're not open to what this actually is. They think it's a pyramid thing. Well, what is that, right? Have people ask questions. Have people talk to you about that. I mean, so you will find people that are open, and you will find people that are totally closed. But as long as you keep sharing this with people who have a wrist and a pulse, you will never run out of people to talk to. I can promise you that.
That's awesome. All right. Well, I want to be sensitive to Anna Marie's time as well. Are there any other last final questions for her before we wrap this up? Okay, great. Anna Marie, thank you so much for your time and launching this evening. And I've already gotten several text messages saying that it was such an excellent presentation. So thank you for your professionalism. Your corporate background definitely shows. I appreciate it very much. It definitely sold me because I can relate to who you are in your background and all the challenges that we faced. And so again, thank you very much.
My pleasure. And I just ask everybody to, you know, just to really think about this and, you know, get back with Tina and just let her know either way. Again, nothing personal, but just, you know, she wants to give the opportunity for these positions at the top. And again, just being transparent. So again, congratulations for looking into this a little further and educating yourself on what this opportunity is to truly impact people's lives from all features across the board. So So thank you so much. And yeah, you know, again, I'm Anna Marie, and I am a world changer impacting lives.
Thanks.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you.